Hello everyone. Today I have a course play tutorial for you. We're going to look at the new course play 5 update that came out a while back here, and we're going to try to set up multiple harvesters. Now, to do this in the old way, you had to do multiple different things. The first thing you want to make sure is you're set to the field work option here. If not, you're going to have stuff go kind of crazy. The second thing you're going to need to understand is which side of the field is your long edge. So let's go to our map here. Now, we can see that this field is almost square, but this is our longest side, just barely. This is the short side here, north to south. So we want to go east to west on this field. And the main reason is, you have to understand this before you start setting up your course. We're going to tell this field 5 just like you used to, and then we're going to say starting location. This is where it gets new, right here. Southwest corner, right? If we bring up our mini-map, this is north on the map right here. This would be the southwest corner. North, south, east, west, right? So southwest corner is where we're starting. We can tell it automatic starting direction or longest edge. I usually set it to longest edge. That way your harvesters are not making multiple turns for no reason. That and unless you set a manual, unless you're using the compass up in the top there, if you go to manual and try to set it, you'll have to set it at whichever degree you're facing. So we're facing 90. So we'd want to put that on 90, but I'm just going to do longest edge and go with it there, because that's typically what I do. I want to run things down the longest edge of the field that I can. So that's most of the time the way I'm going to do this. I'm going to start it, go longest edge, and be done with it. All right, return to first point. We're going to leave deactivated because we don't care. No headlands. We're going to run straight up and down the field. Or you know what? Let's do headlands. Let's do one headland around this thing. That way they don't get too far off, and especially on that end of the field down there, you got the rocks and stuff that are pretty close to the edge. So let's do one headland around this. We'll do it with a headland. We're gonna tell it there's 3 tools, right? Used to, you had to calculate all this and offset each one of them by whatever, all that kind of stuff. So 3 tools, field 5, 13 meters wide. You do the auto working width, it finds a working width for you, and then you tell it 3. Right? So let's tell it 3 one more time. Southwest longest edge. So all that's good. You want to make sure that all this is right before you get started. Again, the first thing you want to do is make sure you're in field work mode, because if you're not, it's going to get really funky. Alright, now, this is where your lane offset used to be. You would tell it how many meters or point meters that you wanted off to the side. So you want 0.5 meters off to the left, or 0.5 meters off to the right, or 6.5 meters off to the left or right. Here, now we go... I'm on the center one, so we don't need to offset it. But here, when we jump over to this side, we'll tell it 1 to the left, right? So 1 to the left of center. On this side, we'll tell it 1 to the left of the right. And you can do symmetric lane change, which means when they turn, they will stay where they are. Or no, they will skip and come inside. So this guy will take this guy's place, basically. This guy will go up and move out further. So he will take the outside spot when they go up. This guy will take the inside spot when they go up. This guy will not have one because he is in the center, so we're going to leave it right there in the center. If at any point I lose you guys, feel free to leave comments in the comment section below the video and let me know what you missed, and I'll try to help you out. Alright, so then we go over to the combine controls. Request driver, we don't need that. Driver priority is distance, yes. Stop during unloading, yes, please do, because if you don't, you get them running from you and you try to chase them down, all that kind of stuff. Alright, and then here, well, let's load this first. So let's load that. There we go. Let's take a peek. And you can see here, this is our path around. We're going to stop right there. We'll probably have to do a bit of moving around. Expect that when you start doing headlands and stuff with them. It's going to happen. But all this is set, so that looks good. We have our offset set to center because this is the center person. Now, we're going to go to play, and we're going to go to Combine Convoy. This is also new, and we're going to activate that, right? And then the first harvester that we activate will be harvester number 1 in the Convoy, and it's really neat. It's a really neat addition. When it stops, your other 2 will stop, or your other 3 will stop, or your other 4 will stop. Now, you can add up to 8 tools in this, right? We're just doing 3, though, so we don't need to add 8. But you can add up to 8 in this, and as you add more, so if we had 4, we would say 1 to the left, 2 to the left, 1 to the right, 2 to the right. There is no center there, right? So you get the idea. Is the more you add, the more you offset left or right of the actual center point. And as you can see here, the total working width on the 3 setup is 39.6 meters. That is a huge improvement over the way this used to have to be done. Now, let's save this. And I usually save them as something like field 5. This will be a 3X New Holland. Right? Because it's 3 New Hollands. So 3 times New Holland. I usually save them as something like that, and then I'll go back and put them in folders and all that kind of stuff. And if you need a tutorial on the basics of course play, let me know, and we'll run through it, saving and making folders, all that kind of stuff. Let me know in the comment section below. I'll be happy to make one. But we saved that. Now we're going to go over to this guy right here, because this is going to be our inside course play setup here. As you can see, I've got a couple different things already kind of set up, but I want to use that one right there. And I want the offset to be, well, again, make sure you put it in field work first. That's one thing that a lot of people miss, I think. We're going to leave symmetric lane change off. Definitely want to make sure that's activated. Just kind of going through the steps again with you here. Combine Convoy, activated. Now, let's move this person here over in position. Get turned around here quickly. Now remember, that center point is where, I'm just going to run those guys over. That center point is where the other harvesters, the center harvester will pick up, right? So let's see, this guy has the same path. Combine Convoy, offset to the left, symmetric lane change deactivated, so he should stay on the left. If you do symmetric lane change, he will go up and then be on the right side. We don't want that. We want him to stay on the left side the entire time. And they are going to run a headland first. Activated, stop during unloaded, activated, so we should be good to go. Let's just hit drive course and see what happens. Now this harvester right here may be in the way. Yeah, okay. That's what I figured. Let's go move this guy out of the way. Nothing's without its flaws. We have our flaws. Let's move him back a little bit here. And we've already got this course loaded up for this guy, so this is our center. Make sure this is set to center. Under the little tractor right here, driver settings. Lane offset, center, if this is your center point. Now if you're using an even number, you're not going to have a center. You're going to have a 1 left, 1 right, 2 left, 2 right. Or if you're just using 2, you're going to have a 1 left, a left and a right. You're not going to have a center point. Keep that in mind. All right, Combine Convoy activated. Stop during unloading. Perfect. None of this really matters to us because it's just factory settings for it. And we should be good. So let's hit drive course right there. And short of him starting turning circles, I think we're okay. You will get the occasional running around in a circle. And if you start them too far back from the start point, with harvesters, I found that they do typically just turn in circles trying to find that first waypoint. So let's hop out of that one. Let's go grab this guy, and let's get him set up, and we should be off to the races. So, again, go to field work. Make sure you do that, because that's typically when they'll start going crazy on you. Make sure all this is right. Yep, 3 harvesters, good. We're going to tell him he's on the right side, deactivated on the symmetric lane change. Lane offset is on the right. Combine Convoy activated, and I'll show you what that does in just a second. I just wanted to get all 3 of these guys going before we do anything else here. So hopefully, our drive course there. See, I'm just in front of that first waypoint there, and I feel like if you get just in front of it, you can come back and clean the rest of the stuff up when they get finished, right? You don't want to rush it too much and be spending so much time running around in circles trying to figure out what's going on that you're not getting anything done. You're spending all your time trying to fix things instead of getting them done properly. So skip that first little checkpoint there, the waypoint at the beginning, and go to the second one right there at the start of your course play settings for this. That way you'll get past it, and it will pick up immediately, and it'll just start going. All right, so now this is where we are. Right here, this is the F5 3XNH Combine Convoy setting, right? So they're 145 meters apart right now. When this guy over here fills up, he's going to stop, and then this one's going to stop. And it's going to tell it, hey, you can't go any further because there's one in front of you. So it's probably going to take a while for this to work the way I want it to, but let's hop over here and see how much grain he already has on him. And we'll set up a video separate from this for overloader mode and all that kind of stuff to empty these guys out. We'll go through the entire process on this field here. Since it's a big field and I can use multiple implements to do it, it seems to be a better option. But either way, guys, that is setting up multiple combine convoy with multiple combines in the new Courseplay 5. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, leave them below. I'll be happy to take criticism, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that I can answer. So if you guys need anything, let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later, everybody.